Coming up on DITV, reactions to yesterday's testimony in Washington.
Also, cyclocross is coming back to Iowa City.
A new approach from coach. Iowa volleyball preaches mental toughness in the toughest conference in the country. Coming up.
All that and more coming up on this Friday morning edition of DITV.
Don't go anywhere. DITV starts right now.
Good morning and thank you for tuning in. I'm Bo Bowman.
And I'm Jahisha Thomas.
Yesterday, protesters gathered in front of the old Capitol in response to the Brett Kavanaugh Senate hearing. Kavanaugh is President Trump's Supreme Court nominee. He's been accused of sexual misconduct and sexual assault by 3 different women. Community members came together with signs that read #WeBelieveWomen, We Stand with Survivors, and Cancel Kavanaugh. Multiple people spoke out about the importance of having a Supreme Court nominee who has a record free of any sort of sexual assault or sexual misconduct. Survivors of sexual violence shared their stories in an act of solidarity. The protest ended with a community member recalling her fear of bringing her story forward.
I did not feel like I was going to be taken seriously, and indeed we can see that through the media coverage and through the conversations with politicians that is exactly what happens to people when they come forward. They are not believed, they are not taken seriously, and we need to really change the conversation.
The Cyclocross World Cup has been announced to come to Iowa City for the 3rd year in a row. For more information on the cyclocross event, we have DI reporter Kate Pixley in the newsroom. Good morning, Kate.
Hi, good morning.
Could you tell us a little bit more about what the cyclocross is and why it's significant to Iowa City?
Yeah, so cyclocross is a type of off-road biking. It's a combination between mountain biking and cross-country biking. And it's really important to Iowa City because we host the Cyclocross World Cup, which brings riders from Europe and North America together.
There is a new bicycle group in Iowa City. What makes them unique?
Yeah, so the group is called the Gravel Scouts. They've actually been around for a couple years, and they go around the Iowa City region and the state riding on gravel roads, which is different than regular off-road biking because the gravel changes depending on the weather and sort of activity of the season.
Is this a popular trend across Iowa? Is this a type of bike riding dangerous?
Yeah, it is a growing trend. There's a pretty big bicycle community in Iowa City, and the community is actually growing in the state, and obviously in the country there's a big community. And it's not really any more dangerous than any other type of biking. You just have to be very careful of your surroundings.
Thank you, Kate. Thanks so much. Well, Bo, I would just love some consistency with this weather.
You know, I would too, and it looks like we might be getting that here within the next week. It's looking to be pretty gloomy. Let's head out over into the weather studio for more. Here we see today's going to have a high of 54. It's not quite there yet, but if you've been outside today, you've noticed that overcast. There's 90% of showers. Some of that has already started on our way in this morning. We could tell there were some sprinkles there. And then lows at 37 tonight with that 10% chance, but most of that rain's going to be out of the way for the day. Now let's take a look at the extended forecast to see that the clouds are just going to stay here all week with us. Tomorrow, Saturday, we've got partly cloudy skies, high of 56, low of 47, so that's a little better than today. Sunday, temperatures increasing again, chance of storms 40%, but partly sunny, and they're going to be scattered throughout the day, low of 57 there. Monday, again, chance of storms 40%, temperature still increasing. That we're going to see that for the rest of the weekend throughout. 77 degrees, low of 55. And then on Tuesday, we're up to 79 with partly cloudy skies. No chance of storms, so that's an improvement. Low of 65. And then finally on Wednesday, 50% chance of thunderstorms scattered throughout the day. But we've got 80 degrees. That's classic Iowa weather. You know what they say, if you don't like it, wait an hour. That's all I have in the weather studio. Jahisha, back to you.
Thank you, Bo. Scheduling is going to be easier than ever for University of Iowa students thanks to the new Simple Plan, My Plan program. Designed and organized by university counselors, My Plan allows students easy, clear access to their degree audit. and to plan their schedules as far ahead as graduation. Through the program is certainly helpful for college freshmen, it's not aimed specifically towards them. Any students up to seniors or even some graduate students can use My Plan to make their future as accessible as possible.
It's a really exciting tool to be able to sit down and take a look at everything that the path ahead might look like for you, all 8 semesters or even longer, to be able to see what your major courses would be, how you can move them around and customize, how you might use your elective courses, what specific courses you'd like to take for any of your general education courses.
My Plan opens up schedules in the University of Iowa world. Students can even add digital reminders for future plans into their upcoming semester schedules to make the most of their time and experience. This way, they're not only involved in their academics, but they're open and available to the extracurriculars and opportunities that university life has to offer them.
To end our coverage this week of the City Council election candidates, we have DITV News reporter Susanna Closer in the newsroom to tell us more. Susanna?
Good morning, guys. Today I'm introducing candidate Ann Frericks, who is hopeful to win a seat in the Iowa City City Council special election. Frericks has been a resident of Iowa City for more than 30 years and has spent 17 years on the Iowa City Planning and Zoning Commission, 8 of those years spent as chairman. Frericks' main campaign issues that take precedence are affordable housing for all, economic development, and transportation.
Like I said, it's kind of difficult to, people want you to pick a few, but I understand how everything's kind of interconnected after working with community for so long, transportation, schools, streets, the economy, jobs, housing, it's all interrelated.
Frericks' main issues that she is focusing on is workforce housing for those who do not meet the 30% rule within federal funding, more nighttime and weekend transportation for students and residents who work second and third shift jobs, and a regional bus pass system that goes through Iowa City, Coralville, and the North Liberty communities. Frericks believes that her involvement within the community previously and the work she has done for it previously has qualifies her for the position if she is elected. This has been Susanna Closter in the newsroom. Jahisha and Bo, back to you.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk is under legal fire. The Securities and Exchange Commission is looking to have Musk removed from working for any U.S. public company after Musk claimed on Twitter he had funding to take his company Tesla private. The SEC claimed Musk misled his shareholders. Tesla stock rose 10% after Musk's Twitter claims. 17 days after his tweet, Musk announced he would not be taking the company private. Since then, Tesla stock has dropped down 9.9%. Many fear the future of Tesla's, as Musk's vision has been prominent in the company's development. Musk and his legal team are fighting the SEC's claims.
City officials have begun a fair housing study in Iowa City. The study started Thursday evening with a public workshop hosted at the Iowa City Senior Center. Residents discussed problems with current housing availability along with possible solutions to these issues. The goal of the study is to get rid of any type of discrimination when it comes to buying or renting property in the area. The city is funding the study with community development block grants along with home funds. The city conducts these studies every 5 years. The officials also began affordable housing action plans based off the previous study with the city. The city will continue collecting information until May.
The Farm Bill is set to expire on September 30th. Iowan farmers are concerned about the future of their government funding. The Farm Bill granted over $3 million to local farmers in 2017 based upon the amount of acres each farmer owned. The latest draft contains some funding cuts that affect people other than just farmers. In order to renew the Farm Bill, funding for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP, and natural resource conservation would have to be cut. Over 300,000 people were then receiving benefits from SNAP in 2018. Many people have split opinions on the bill. Senator Joni Ernst, who worked on the Farm Bill Committee, claims that the bill is a must-pass. Meanwhile, Larry Hodgen, vice chair of the Cedar County Democrats, claims that cutting funding should only happen if the minimum wage is raised. The debate between sides has caused delay in the bill's renewal. Politicians have stated that the bill may not be finalized until after the election in November. Well, yes, it may be a bye week in the Hawkeye sports, but I'm hoping there's still some Hawkeye action in the store.
That's right, no football, but volleyball plays today in Champaign, so that should be exciting. And golf is playing at a renowned course up in Wisconsin, Erin Hills, where they had the 2017 U.S. Open.
Oh, fantastic.
We've got Will Silverstein over in the sports studio with more.
Yeah, busy week as football is on that bye week heading into Minnesota, so we're really excited to see what's in store this weekend. And we're going to start off with volleyball. They kicked off their Big Ten season, and despite a loss to Michigan, the team is sticking to its mentality of true mental toughness. DITV Sports' Kimberly Bates has the story.
The Iowa volleyball team has one main mentality throughout the season, both on and off the court, and that is true mental toughness.
So the whole concept is that you can always do better in each of those 4 areas, and it's not just on the court, but off the court as well. So it's just a day in and day out thing, and again, consistency comes there.
This mentality consists of 4 pillars that upholds this competitive edge.
The 4 tenets are treating others really, really well, giving your very, very best, having a great attitude, and being unconditionally grateful regardless of your circumstance.
Head coach Bon Szymanski is noticing a change of attitude within this year's team, as a winning record is now within an even closer reach for the Hawks this season. Because even as the players are changing, the true consistency is in the mentality.
Probably the biggest thing that's changed this year is just the belief is strong, and they're developing it, they're earning it. We were really good last year. We had a lot of success last year and the year before, and so we're different players, different components. And as we're changing, the thing that's become more solidified is the belief that we have in each other.
That belief will be challenged as the Hawks continue their regular season schedule with true mental toughness as their motivation. Reporting from Carver Hawkeye Arena, this has been Kimberly Bates with DITV Sports.
Thank you, Kimberly, and especially for including Herky flexing on that take. It's always nice to have some motivation going into a midterm week. Volleyball is only one of the few Hawkeye sports competing this weekend. It's a busy one coming up. Volleyball will travel to Champaign to take on the Fighting Illini this afternoon at 3. And then the swimming and diving teams head out east to East Lansing for Michigan State's early meet this morning at 9. So right after DITV, you can tune in and check them out before their intra-squad meet tomorrow morning at the CRWC. Both the women's and men's golf team are in action this weekend. The women are hosting their home tournament, the Diane Thomason Invitational, Saturday and Sunday, while the men will compete at Erin Hills for the Marquette Intercollegiate. Now, for those who don't know, Erin Hills is a 7,800-yard monster that hosted the 2017 U.S. Open. So we'll see how the Hawks handle one of the toughest tests in golf. And finally, Iowa softball will go to Ames for the Big Four Classic against their in-state rivals, Iowa State, UNI, and Drake. So no football, but it's still an action-packed weekend for the Hawkeye sports. Come back on Monday to see how they perform. Guys, back to you.
It's Friday, and that means it's time for the ICAC Animal of the Week. This is reserved for the special animal at the Iowa City Animal Care and Adoption Center who is ready to meet their new family.
That's right. This week's furry friend is Maverick. Maverick is a funny, fuzzy lot bunny, that is just as soft as she sounds, and just as funny too. Maverick is excited to meet her new family, and she loves kids, she loves people, but would not be too happy to have a dog as a roommate. It's unsure if Maverick would get along with a cat, so it would be better for her to move into a cat-free home. Maverick would benefit from living in a house where she has plenty of room to explore. She'll have your back. Maverick is only a few hops away from adoption, but for more information on her and other furry friends, check out the ICAC website, call the phone number, or go give her a visit.
Thank you for tuning in this Friday morning edition of DITV.
Be sure to head on over to daily-iowan.com for all your latest news. And if that isn't enough of the Daily Iowan for you, be sure to check out our print edition of the news on stands now. For DITV, I'm Bo Bowman.
And I'm Jahisha Thomas. Have a wonderful day, Iowa City.